I'd like to show you guys how I do my film developing. I've got ecn2 developer here, which it works the same way with C41. You get your kit, you mix your developer. I'm not going to show that, but here we have developer, bleach, fix, and the kit comes with. And here I've got Kodak Vision film, which has a rim jet on it. So I've got my Mr. Coffee here giving me some hot water. And I'm going to mix washing soda right here. This is Arm & Hammer washing soda crystals. And it don't really matter how much, just, you know, a fair amount. Pour in the water. It only takes a little bit. You don't want to do too much water because then it's hard to control the temperature of the stuff. You don't want to go putting 150 degree water into your film. It'll probably fog it. I typically keep the temperature around 105, maybe 110 at the highest, but it doesn't matter. It could be, it kind of needs to be warm for this process to work, but it could be like 90 degrees. But I usually aim for about 105. And what we're going to do is we're going to put water and washing soda into the film tank and do a pre-soak. That's going to strip all the rim jet off, and the rim jet's going to come off with this washing soda. And it's got to be warm to make this work. So it's mixed up good. The hot water does a real good job of dissolving that stuff. Now we're going to add, actually I'm going to take my thermometer here and throw it in there. Now I'm going to add some water, room temperature. Let's see where that lands temperature wise. Yeah, about 110. I'm gonna add a little splash of water again. And that should be good. This typically takes about 3-4 minutes. Alright, give that about 4 or 5 minutes. Alright, so while that's in there, you want to be real violent. Shake it around real good. I forgot to mention that. And then the crap comes out. See how dark it is? Rim jet is gone. It's all in there. Alright, so now we'll rinse it. Alright, and now we are to the developer. Alright, now this is where it gets a little controversial. Part kind of pisses me off. You got all these people saying, oh, you gotta have your temperatures just right, you gotta have this big tank and this fish water heater BS, and you gotta make it just perfect. It's just all false. It's all a bunch of confusion. Keeps a lot of new people from getting in and developing their own film. It's real stupid. So your C41 kit comes with a instruction for the Jobo system, which we don't have Jobo systems, we're all broke. So you just disregard that and throw it away, right? Well, no. The list that comes with the Jobo system is these right here, these times and temperatures. And it's real simple. You just follow these instructions. You don't listen to the instructions that come with your kit. Look at the instructions for Jobo. This is what you do. You just look at the temperature of your bedroom. What is your temperature? Is it 80 in your bedroom? Go for 14 minutes and 15 seconds. 17 and a half minutes is 75, right? So that's as simple as it gets. Now, if you're in a hurry and you need to develop your film in 3.5 minutes at 105 degrees, I get that. You got 20 rolls to get through today. What I do is use my Mr. Coffee, give me a bunch of hot water into one of these jugs, and I'll set my developer down in there and surround it with hot water. Put a thermometer down the middle, wait for this dude to get up to about 105, and then just throw it in and go. Don't worry about keeping the temperature oh, it's going to cool off. That's fine. Like, give it an extra 30 seconds or whatever. You'll be good to go. This works for me every time. That's how I do this shit in a hurry. But right now, I'm not in a hurry. I'm just trying to make it simple. So we're going to pour this in at room temperature, and we're going to develop it for 15 minutes. Well, except, you know, it's me that we're talking about. I'm not going to go 15 minutes because this developer is super expired. This stuff's like 8 months old. It's been up here in the attic. Man, I've developed like 50 rolls with this stuff, and it is dying. These pictures are coming out looking like expired film, really. I mean, it's a cool look, but I really need some new developers. So I'm going to develop this stuff at like 40 minutes. I think I'll give this one. The last one I did 35, and it looked okay, but I'll go somewhere between 35 and 40, maybe 37 minutes. But just pour that stuff in there. All right. And there it is. Now, you do need to agitate it or invert it ever so often, because if you just let this thing sit here for 40 minutes, you're going to have, like, I don't know what you call it, but like wash down, like streaks coming off the sprocket holes. I don't know why, but I guess maybe the developer, I don't know. It won't look good. You got to invert it, and that's going to give you an even coating. I usually go like every, 10 minutes or so. So that's going to be about 4 inversions per 40 minutes. You really don't have to babysit it a whole lot. So this is real simple. You can't fuck this up. You can only get your pictures looking a little wonky, and it's not a big deal. Okay? Especially when you're starting out. So just don't even worry about this. It's so easy. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to pour it back in there. We'll give it some rinse. Alright, and now it's time for the bleach. Oh yeah, it's tight. Alright, there we go. Alright, now the bleach go, well, instructions, kind of follow the instructions with the bleach. I think it says something about 104 degrees, but that doesn't really matter. Just give it a little bit extra longer. I usually go about 6 minutes. I'm going to give this about 10 minutes because this stuff's super old. But I don't think this part really matters that much. But like I said, you can't screw it up. Not entirely, anyhow. Alright, so we're pretty much done now. Really, we're just going to wait about 10 minutes, pour this out, rinse it a few good times, and then we'll go ahead with the fix. Let it sit in there for 5 minutes, rinse it out a few good times, and then you're done. Alright, so the negatives are incredibly thin. Bad, I would say. You know, obviously this isn't good. You want to have nice, thick, negatives to work with, but they're there. They'll scan. But I just wanted to point out, like, even though this is not good, you'll get images that I'm going to like these images. They're going to be good images. They're just going to have a lot of character to them. Now, this developer does need to be changed. I need a new developer, but I'm still making images. And the point is, don't worry about it. Just do what you can do and don't worry about the outcome. It's gonna work one way or another, typically.